And welcome back to the Lawn Hustle Podcast. Tonight we have Cornell Mack with Mack's Landscaping and Lawn Care. And before we start, I want to congratulate him. He just went over 14,000 YouTube subscribers. He has 5,000 plus Instagram followers, over 1,300 TikTok, and over 1,200 on Facebook. So he has a total of 21,603 people that are following him for his content. And that's exactly what we want to talk about tonight is social media and how it can impact a lawn care business. So with that being said, I want to introduce you to my friend Cornell Mack. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. And I didn't even know there was 21,600 people that were following the stuff that I do. But that's pretty cool, man. I'm happy to be on the show.
Well, in tonight's episode, we want to talk about social media. And I want to ask you, when did you get serious about social media?
Uh, when did I get serious about it? I can't say that I've actually been serious about it. If I'm being honest, uh, I've seen people who are serious about it. I don't think that I'm on that level yet. But when it became important to me to at least try to be a part of the things I was seeing on social media, whether it was YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or podcasts, and whatever the case may be, probably 2020, late 2023, maybe, and then 2024. But like I said, I still have the little, I don't know, creator block, I guess you could say. So when the people who are serious about it, I feel like are creating videos constantly, and I feel like I could do.
Well, in your opinion, why does social media matter to a lawn care business?
It depends on what the goals are. So it matters in the lawn care business because it gives you social proof. People are visual whenever it comes to what they like. So if they can see something rather than hear about it, if they can see it with their own eyes, then they believe it. And so on social media, you can put your work out there for the world to see. I think that that's the best way to actually get a new customer is to show what you can actually do. When it comes to social media on a more person to person level, it's important because of, especially for business owners, I think it's important because it's very lonely when you become an entrepreneur. Especially if you're the first around you, or you may be the first in your friends group, or maybe the first in your family. You have no one to talk to, and people can't understand what you're going through and the different mind shifts that are happening when you become a new entrepreneur. So, getting on social media gives you access to people who are doing more than you, people who are where you would like to be. And it also is a place where you can meet people who are where you're at so that you guys can grow together. So, social media, in my opinion, is one of the most important things that we all need to be a part of once we have a business. In my opinion. Your personal social media, I mean, friends and family, that's cool, but that's not really for the world. But your business is for the world, and being on social media opens the door to the world, and I think that's why it's important.
I heard you on the Green Industry podcast, and you were talking about how you felt like every business or to be on social media. Can you elaborate on that for us?
So if you watch any business that you see, when we watch TV, I spend a lot of my life watching TV, and you see advertisements, and uh, we have teams like the Dallas Cowboys, who's considered America's team, right? But that's just really a brand. And when you have a business, you are really a brand now. So it's important to be on social media because if you keep your brand small and local, you really limit yourself and what you can achieve. But being on social media, the importance of it is, again, like I said earlier, it opens the door to the world, and it opens the ability for you to create a brand for yourself. Once you create a brand for yourself, whether it's big like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or McDonald's, or whether it's small like Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care, creating a brand is how I believe we are going to go into our future. So I want the brand to be as big as it can be, as big as I can handle, if that makes sense, as I can handle comfortably. Um, but it's important because without people knowing who you are, then you can't make money. As simple as that.
Well, I've been on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook for maybe 3 years. And I've had a hard time getting followers. I mean, I've got a couple thousand followers, but I think I've somehow plateaued. And I'm not sure what I need to do to change that. Can you give anyone some advice on how you do your reels or your posts? And you know, what do you try to post, and when and how do you post it?
So now I'm starting to actually see what works. I've been doing it kind of long enough. I have enough social media videos and reels and posts to see kind of what works for me. I don't know what works for other people, but what works for me is helping other people in a genuine way. If Andy, you've met me in person. I'm not special at all. I don't believe. I'm just a regular guy. So uh, to create that feeling on social media is how you grow. People want to connect with one another. So for me personally, I don't necessarily have a posting schedule. I don't really know what to post. I remember when I was younger, I played football, and I had a friend of mine. I was really good at elusive. I used to wear Barry Sanders jersey when we played. I was really good at, like I said, being elusive and juking people. My friend asked me, he said, "How do you know when to make the move?" And I was like, I don't know. I kind of just know like what to like when to do it. I can't explain how I know, or it's just an instinct. For me personally, I don't have a plan really. It's just whatever is on my heart, and then once something's on my heart, I can talk about it, how I actually feel about it, and then I just say that to the camera, if that makes sense. And that doesn't happen all the time. So if I don't feel that way, then I just can't post. And that's unfortunate sometimes, and maybe it's a skill I can work on. Uh, but when it comes to an overall plan, it's really not a plan, it's really a connection. So if I feel like I'm doing something that can help me to connect with someone else, maybe someone might be going through something, then maybe I'll record that and post it. If I don't feel something like that, then I don't post. And I think that is for me, it's what works for me. That's the best way I can be authentic. And on social media, again, like I said, since it's about connection, people don't want fake connection. They don't want to see someone who's acting. And I'm never acting. It's really me. So if I can't convey that on the camera, or don't feel like that, or if it feels like I'm trying to say what I think people want to hear rather than what is, then I won't post it. And then so if videos don't come out, it's because that's how it is. I don't want to feel like an actor on here. So yeah, like I hope that answered your question. But
Sure.
yeah, when it comes to plateauing, I think that we it's about finding people and helping people. So if you can do that on social media, then I think you're going to be a winner when it comes to social media.
Well, I had a YouTube short kind of explode a week ago, got 40,000 views. And then I had a Facebook reel explode with 463,000, something like that. So I have periodically these reels that just do really well, but most of mine are 1,000 views or less. So I guess it's frustrating. So I want to try to encourage those who are frustrated, those who are out here working hard every day and trying to grow their social media. So, what platform would you recommend someone to use above other platforms if you know what I mean?
Yeah, so whatever is the easiest for you to do, that's the one I would go with. And when you mentioned not getting a lot of views, under 1,000 views, over 1,000 views, I recently seen some reels where people were talking about this, and this one guy I seen on a reel, he said, "The thing that you just posted got 17 views, right? And you're disappointed in that." He is like, imagine if 17 people was trying to fight you at one time. How many that actually is. So I think that if you focus on what's going to help people, then the views will come organically. And don't be discouraged. Whenever Cedric and I first started Lawn Care Power Moves, our podcast that we do together, uh, one person watched, just one. And I was so excited about that one person. I called Cedric afterwards and was like, yo, we got to keep doing this. So a person was watching us, and it was just one. So don't be discouraged by a little bit of views, right? You got to do what you have to do before you can become Mr. Beast. We don't just become that, or most people don't. Maybe some people have had success right out of the gate. I mean, I kind of my first video had 12,000 views, so it was like put a battery in my back to make me want to do it. But then the next one got 200 views, and I was just as excited. So be excited that people even want to watch your stuff. Be excited that people want to subscribe to your channel and cultivate those relationships because social media is nothing but connectivity to someone so that people know that you exist. What was the actual question though, Andy? I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
How would you encourage someone to not give up and to keep posting if they're not getting views?
For that specific reason, man. If you're not getting views, there's a reason for that. So if you're not getting views, there's something wrong with the video. Maybe it's how you sound, maybe it's what you're doing, maybe it's how you're starting the videos. I see a lot of people, and we are in a our attention spans are so short now that if you don't start your video and be talking immediately or showing something immediately, people are scrolling off, and the algorithms only care that people are watch more than 10 seconds, more than 30 seconds, so if you start your video off in the first 5 seconds you're saying nothing, well, that's why you're not getting views. The people show that they don't want to see it, and the algorithm's like, yeah, so we're just gonna shoot this one off to the side. But if you just cut that part off at the beginning that is saying nothing, and start immediately with talking, or start immediately with visuals on your thing of whatever it is, and give value second one, that will help you get views. People, again, they start off, they're looking at the camera or they're doing something else, and the person's like, "Man, I don't have time for this. I got a second." So if you want to get views, make sure you focus on the things that you see that are not getting views. And also, us as humans, we have hero syndrome. So everything that I see, I'm like, yeah, I think this is good. I know that person should see that. But if I watch it myself and I'm bored, then the viewer was bored 30 seconds ago. So you got to cut out all the stuff and think about the viewer over our own selfish needs, because it's not about us. It's about the person who's holding the phone or the clicker in their hand. They call it a clicker. I'm old. The remote control in their hand on watching YouTube on TV or Instagram or however they're watching their stuff. So if don't be discouraged, just focus on learning the game. I'm not big by any stretch on social media, but I am learning the game. So my videos are getting better. My thumbnails, my titles, the topics. What do you do for the psychology of people by learning because I'm posting, whether someone views it or not? I did one video, it gets 10,000 views. I do another video, it gets 220 views, right? And I'm not discouraged or encouraged either way. It's just a little more work. If something gets 10,000 views, I might have to respond to 200 comments. If something gets 200 views, I don't have to respond to any comments. So it's like, but don't be discouraged, man. This is just it should be fun. This should all be fun.
Well, what is your favorite platform?
YouTube. YouTube is my favorite. It can be a little more difficult if you want to edit videos and do all of that, or you can just shoot raw footage. But again, people's attention spans are small, so you want to cut out all the bull crap and just put the stuff that you think is good and work on that. But YouTube to me is the best because a YouTube long form. There's a lot of people who are out doing vertical videos, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, whatever other thing you can do vertical video on. There's people doing that, and that's fine. But the long form videos, if you when we just speak on getting money from AdSense, right? So you get paid per thousand views once you get monetized on any of the platforms. It's how it works for all of them. But on YouTube, long form videos for me and the content that I make, my CPM, or is it? I don't know if it's CPM or RPM, which one the actual creator gets. But it's like between $8 and $14 per thousand views, depending on what the video is about. Whereas for a short on any of the platforms, it could be from a penny to 50 cent or maybe $1. So it takes a less amount, least it takes less views to make more money on YouTube than it does on those smaller platforms. But they're all important. So YouTube just happens to be the one that I like personally the best.
I have noticed YouTube, I get more followers or more views than I do on other platforms. I can post a short, and just in a matter of a few minutes, it's got five or six, 700 views, and it'll go over 1,000 almost every short that I post. So, well, let me ask you this: has social media had a direct impact on Max landscaping and lawn care?
On the business as well, it has through Google searches and SEO because I'm on YouTube and YouTube is owned by Google. So when someone puts in Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care, it pops up immediately. Like it's the first thing because of the SEO. I have, I think like 24, 25 like Google reviews for the business. So when people are gonna do their research, social media has helped me because people get to see who is coming to their property. They get to see my personality. They get to know who I am. They can really research me. So we are all search based now. So like when someone is searching for something, how do they decide whether or not to go with you or to go with the next person? Well, if the person that when they go on Google and they hit lawn care near me, because of all of the stuff that I'm doing on social media, that is going to help Google be like, yeah, let me put him up here. Now, once they put me up here and let's just say I'm 3 and the next person's 4, right? And they're choosing between us 2 because 1 and 2 didn't answer the phone. We answered the phone, but now they can go on Google, they can go on ChatGPT and say, "Tell me about number 4." That's anonymous, that's John Doe. And then tell me about Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care. And when they tell them about me, it's gonna pull up everything that I'm not just business stuff, but also everything else that I'm doing on social media. So if you, I mean, try put your name in ChatGPT, whoever you are, viewer, listener, and say, "What do you know about me?" And see what it says. When I ask what it knows about me, it says podcaster, motivation, helps people, inspires people. So when people see that on the internet, they're like, "Oh, well, let me give this guy a shot. He seems like a really good person." And people want good people to be on their property. Does this make sense? So that's how it helps the business. That's how it has helped the business. And also, when someone does put a request in, when I shoot them back my estimate and I'm like, card on file immediately. I haven't talked to the person either, by the way. They went through the internet and got to me. I never spoke to them. I sent them an estimate, and they have to put their card on file and pay a deposit to even get on a schedule. And they are like cool with it because I have a big social media, well, a bigger social media presence than most people in my area. So now it gives me some credibility. Like, oh, we can trust. So that's how social media has helped, like the bit on the business side of things. On the social side of things, it's like, it makes me want to help other people because I was helped with social media. And to have people, I'm sure you felt this, Andy. You have people come up and they're like, man, X episode helped me, or this video helped me, or I even started my business because I heard you talking about it on the Lawn Hustle, Andy. And you're like, yeah, this is good. So it has a good impact on myself as well, because you're doing something to help the world, if that makes sense.
That's good. Well, do you video every day when you're out working?
No. Again, I probably have to push through this feeling, but I have to really feel it to be able to record. And I'm not always feeling it. So, like, I just took like a 2 month break off posting videos. I do my live show on Mondays and Wednesdays every week at 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Attack with Mac on Monday, and then Lawn Care Power Moves on Wednesday. But when it comes to the video part, is more being creative. So when, just like right now, Andy, me and you are talking, it's me and Cedric talking, or on Monday, it's me talking to either a guest on the show or talking to the live viewing audience. For a video, it's more creative. So because you have to be creative because there's not someone actually commenting back. Like I can't, there's no real time knowing that this is helping someone. So when I'm doing these shows like this or my shows, people are like comment, oh, fire, or you can see the heart emojis. They're actually happening in real time. So you're helping someone. And that makes it a lot easier to do. Whenever I pull the camera out, I'm like having to imagine the person on the other side and be able to talk to them like they're sitting in the truck with me or on the mower or out in the field with me. And that's a little bit harder for me. So I don't record every day, and I'm sorry for the long-winded answer, but that's the reason. And if someone else is to start doing YouTube videos or whatever, maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about too. But again, that's something I got to push through because I get DMs, Mac, when you going to post another video, But and shop tours are a little bit harder to get during the season as well because I'm working. But yeah, so no.
Well, when you are filming and you're trying to record a video, how do you overcome the reservation? How do you just throw it out there and not worry about it? Do you think people put too much into it to really enjoy what they're doing? Or they're wanting to go viral, they're wanting to get a big hit. They're wanting to get noticed and get followers. Do people put too much pressure on themselves rather than just recording and seeing what happens?
Yes. I think you can't be a performative actor. I'm not acting. So I'm just being myself. And if you can be yourself, that's going to be the best way to be sustainable. If you have to act, you have to keep up a character all the time. It's hard to always be a character. So for me, I just do my best to, again, you have to imagine that someone's there so you don't get the real time feedback of like this person asked the question and now we're just having a general conversation. But when it comes to like being authentic, it's just be yourself. If you're not acting and you're just being yourself, we're just having a conversation. Whether you're no matter what you're doing in the video, the people who make the best videos are the ones you feel like they're just talking to you. Does that make sense? So it's
Yeah,
like it makes it's easy to do if you're just yourself. It's hard to do if you're trying to play up a character. Like I'm not if you try to be Mr. Beast and you try to have all that energy. Well, I think he's being himself with all that energy. He ain't acting. So it's easy for him to be that way. But if you come into lawn care and you're trying to be this, well, when we see you at Equip Expo, you got to be that same person. And if that's not really you, that's exhausting. And that makes you want to quit. But I'm just being me. So when I pull the camera out, it's like, what's up, bruh? How are you today? I'm having a great day. Me and Jack about to go out here and cut 24 yards. What's up, Jack? Now we're all together. We just having a good time. So that makes it easier for me, if that makes sense. But it ain't always easy to pull the camera out and you know, cause me and Jack like to be by ourselves. That's really how we are. So to pull the camera out and bring someone else in who is the world. This ain't even like some joker just sitting in the back seat. This is the world, but this is me and Captain Jack. And some days it's just for me and Captain Jack. So we ain't gonna record every day.
okay. Well, let's take a little break and hear a word from our new show sponsor, Eartha Pro.
Tired of chasing payments and losing track of jobs? Eartha Pro back office software makes it simple for solo guys and small lawn care and landscaping crews. Schedule, invoice, and organize all in the same place. We also have a mobile app and integrate into QuickBooks. Sign up at earthapro.com with promo code TheLawnHustle11 for a $50 Amazon gift card, 10% off, and personalized onboarding. Eartha Pro. You run the outside work, we run the office.
Okay, we're back with Cornell Mack, Mack's Landscaping and Lawn Care. And we're talking about social media and how it has impacted lawn care businesses and what it can do for you. Let me ask you this question. What lessons have you learned the hard way with content?
What lessons have I learned the hard way with content? Um, be yourself. Like when I first started, again, I had to make up a person that I'm talking to. But the content that I create is more business owner to business owner. It ain't really entertainment. It just is maybe entertaining to a business owner who's watching this because they want to learn or because they want to hang out and see what we're doing on a daily basis. Um, wow, I forgot the question right there where I was going with that. What did you ask me? You forgot too? I forgot where I was going with that. You asked me about content. Oh, the biggest being in
Yeah, what lessons
it
have you
was
learned?
authentic. What lessons that I learned? So, when I first started out, I had to imagine who I was talking to. So I had a lot of like extra energy. Like I said, you got to be yourself. So I ain't out here bouncing off the walls like. And I was watching the videos with my wife at the beginning. I'm not sure she watches them now. There's like I don't expect her to watch every video that comes out, but we would watch them together to see like what does she think? Because she doesn't care about lawn care. She has no, so she's watching from an outside perspective, and then I can get like a good feel on, and then she's gonna be really, really constructive when it comes to the criticism. So we were watching the video one day, and she was like, "I don't like this. I don't like how you're acting." And I said, "What you mean? I'm not acting." And she was like, "That ain't you." And I was like, "That is me. Like you're not out there with me." And she's like, "No, that's not you. Like you're just you're too amped up." And I was like, "Hmm." And I sat back and I watched it and I thought to myself, "She's right. She's right. Let me just take a deep breath." You get excited when you start to create the videos. And so the excitement isn't fake, but it's like tone it down a little bit because that you don't want to have to portray that all the time. So when you see me at Equip Expo, I don't want you to think I'm gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on?" All this because it ain't like that in real life. So then I realized, all right, let me just talk to the person because when we are here face to face and I'm out here screaming in your face, like that wouldn't be how we really would be. So I want the content to reflect the real the real person that you're gonna meet. So that the lesson that I had to learn, and it was good that it was my wife. And it was hard to hear, but I don't trust anybody more than I trust her. So when she's telling me like, "No, that's not you," it's like, all right, let me listen to that because she's a viewer who's not, she has no stake in the game, and she should be biased towards me. So for her to have you know, the love to be able to tell me, "No, you just tone it down. You're doing too much." I think that was the biggest lesson was I wasn't being authentic as authentic as I should have been or as I could have been.
That's good. Well, if you could give advice to a person that is just wanting to start, they have no followers, they're just starting, what advice would you give them?
Uh, just create the videos. Don't worry about what people think. And if you feel like you're gonna struggle with that, then I would create 5 videos before you put anything out. Just create them and have them done, and then put 5 videos out all at once. That way, it doesn't give you any time to like let the first video put some doubt in your heart because that one didn't get views. Create 5 videos. That will give you 5 good reps where you're like, all right, here's 5 videos. And then you have like a little test strip of 5 videos. Here's what worked and here's what didn't work. And try to make some that are, you know, something that you're doing, something that's gonna help someone, and then a hybrid of what you're doing that could help someone. Because again, no one cares about you as the creator. No, they don't people don't think I'm cool. Something that I did may have helped them, and that is what's cool. They were helped by something that you did or something that you created, right? So if you make something that's going to help other people and don't be so selfish and so egotistical to think that you're just so cool. Like I'm not going to be Tom Brady or Michael Jordan. I'm just going to be Cornell Mack, and Cornell Mack can help people too. And so focus on helping someone else and then create those 5 videos in those 3 different ways, a hybrid of the two, and then one of each, or two of each, and then a hybrid of the two. Put those videos out all at once and then analyze, see what worked and what didn't work. And then, you know, get rid of the stuff that didn't work and make more of the stuff that did work and then redo that same process again. And that will help you narrow down, I think, what's going to work for you.
Well, I want to be mindful of your time. We've been going for about 30 minutes now. But I hear people say all the time, you've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent. You got to post consistently. Have you found that to be true on your social media where you have to post so many videos a week and be consistent with it? Or is it just random for you?
I think that if you can post consistently, whether it's on a day of the week or if it's every day or if it's 2 days a week, whatever is consistent to you, do that. And then you can ramp up as you go, as you learn a process. But like for me, it's the only thing I've really been consistent on is the live shows. I haven't been consistent when it comes to posting vertical videos or YouTube videos, and the growth has still happened, but it's been slower. We can't expect to, if you go to a carnival game and you go to the basketball game, they're already rigged to begin with, right? But if you shoot one and you miss, you only gave yourself one shot. But if you paid $20 and you got 10 shots, there's more chances for you to win that prize. So the more shots you put out there, the better chance you got at making one, right? And if you only put one shot out there, you got a 50-50 shot. And on social media, it's probably a 5% shot, 10, 2% shot. I don't know. So be as consistent as you can be. You don't have to be like everyone else. And then you can work your way into something that works on a consistent basis for you. I make sure that I'm there for my live shows because that's the most connectivity. Like we're there, you can talk, we get to talk to one another. I can answer questions. People even come on the live show and talk directly to me or to us, Cedric and I, when we do it together. But when it comes to the videos and stuff, no, I haven't really been consistent. But I think that consistency is the best way to go. But consistency is whatever consistent is for you, and then just make it that. Does that make sense? Because like
Yes,
if
sir.
if it's every day, cool. But if you can only do every day for 4 days, and then you don't do anything for 2 months, then every day wasn't going to work for you. But if those four videos were once a month, then you're consistent, right? So what is consistent? It's whatever you can do consistently, successfully for the longest period of time, and then once you get those reps, you're like, all right, let me add another video. So we did the lawn care power moves every Wednesday for a year and a half or so before I started on the attack with Mac. And now I'm doing two of those a week. So, you know, we're consistent when it comes to that.
Well, I'm a frequent listener to both you and Cedric's podcast and on the Attack with Mac. I'm a fan of your content. I watch it, and you inspire me. You motivate me. So I appreciate that about you. I appreciate your friendship. Tell our listeners where they can follow you, um, you know, where they can connect with you and watch your content.
Yeah, so the biggest platform right now is YouTube. That's Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care on YouTube. The how to get in contact with me the easiest is probably on Instagram at Mac underscore landscaping 412. And then I'm also on Facebook, Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care, TikTok, Mac Landscaping and Lawn Care. That's really what it is, MACK. And you'll see my little caricature logo. That's how you'll know it's me. I'm the person who responds to everything. Uh, yeah, and then I also do meetups. So down at Equip Expo this year, I'll be having the 2025 Win in Life meetup. You can sign up. I'll send Andy the Eventbrite link so he can put it down in the show description. But it's going to be at Burning Lanes on Wednesday night from 6 to 10 p.m. We'll be bowling. We got three games. The Strike Challenge. We got the Rock Paper Scissors tournament and the Best Dress contest. It's free to attend. There's 100 grab bags for the first 100 people that show up. I have door prizes. We'll be bowling. There's cash bar available, pool tables, pinball machines, foosball tables, arcade games, dartboards, and we'll be doing the Lawn Care Power Moves live show from 9 to 10 p.m. Following the meetup. So that's how you can find me. And there's On the Attack with Mac podcast, which is recorded every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and then Lawn Care Power Moves podcast with Mac and Steele on Wednesday nights on Instagram.
Also, Mac is being interviewed during the morning show at Equip B103, I believe is the room. You want to attend this? It's some podcasters, and they're interviewing, and the room is packed full. There's donuts, bananas, coffee, and these events give you opportunities that you will never get if you don't attend. There's power in networking. So I'm attending the LCR Summit 2 days prior to Equip, and then I'll be attending the Equip Expo. I'll see Mac at both of those events. And I encourage you, if you are on the fence whether or not you should attend the LCR Summit with Naylor Taliaferro and his outstanding lineup of speakers, and whether or not you should attend Equip, let me encourage you, attend these meetings because it will only benefit you. So I appreciate you, Mac. I thank you for coming on the Lawn Hustle podcast. I just wanted to talk about social media because I was talking to a guy the other day and he said, well, I would like to do it. I'm just intimidated. So I had to try to encourage him. And that kind of got me thinking. And then last night when I was listening to you and Cedric, you talked about going over 14,000 on YouTube. And I thought, that's what we need to talk about because Mac has something to say. So I appreciate all of your input and all of your answers and just for helping people.
No doubt, I appreciate it. I'll be at the LCR Summit. I'm actually the MC of the LCR Summit, so I'm excited. I'll be down there on Sunday night, and LCR Summit is on the 20th and the 21st. We got Naylor Taliaferro and Paul Jameson doing some stuff. We got John Pajak, Eric Triplett, the Pond Digger, Jonas Olson also doing some things out there. So it's going to be a fun event. It's always fire, bro. Equip Expo. I don't understand if you're in the industry. When I went to Equip Expo in 2021, I stopped feeling like I was a grass cutter and I started feeling like I was a business owner because I seen just how big our industry is. And Equip Expo unlocked the ability to talk to people who are in the industry. Because when I went down there in 2021, I didn't have a big network up here in Pittsburgh like I do now. It was very, very lonely. Now I have a whole lot of friends up here. But it started with going to Equip Expo and seeing, hey, the shiny lawnmowers, all the booths, the outdoor area, all the different meetups. And now I have the biggest meetup on Wednesday nights currently, and to have that event. So to be down there, to be in that atmosphere, to be around other people who are trying to go where we want to go, where you want to go, wherever your Mount Everest is, Equip Expo, and all these other people are all trying to get to their Mount Everest. And how cool is it to have a climbing partner? I watch all these documentaries about people who climb, and a lot of them got climbing partners. And when you're both trying to get to the top together, boy, is it fun, you know? And when someone falls, you got someone to hold the rope, you know? And when someone gets to the top, you're up there and you're cheering on your brother or your sister, or even that kid, or that old person. Like you could get up here too. Come on, I'll pull you up with me. So Equip Expo is where all of that started to happen for me. So I can't say enough good things about it or the events that my homie Naylor or any of my other friends that do great events. It all started down there at Equip Expo. So make sure you're there. You got a code, Andy?
Do I have a one?
An Equip code?
No, I don't.
Oh well, Mac 50 will save you 50% on your Equip registration. See you down there.
Put in Mac at checkout when you buy your ticket,
Yep, Mac 50.
and it will automatically deduct 50% off the price of your ticket.
No doubt.
So do that and attend. Go. You'll be better off for it. I appreciate you being on the show tonight, and I look forward to having you again. And until we talk again, God bless and good luck. And I wish you nothing but success.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate being on the show anytime.
All right. Well, you have a good week. And I look forward to your next podcast.
My man. Peace.
Thank you.